5 things that buyers are no longer tolerating in 2026. And I like to start because the first one is bullshit. Buyers do not tolerate agent bullshitting them, and same goes for the vendors. Can you agree to that?
Well, no one can disagree to it.
Correct.
And look, to be forthright and frank, in my early days, you were taught a little bit of BS. So you've just got to catch yourself, because the instinct sometimes is to, but you just cannot.
It's interesting.
They can smell it, eh? It's like commission breath.
It's interesting because the integrity of an agent versus another can be smelled before they even open the car door when they're arriving at the
what
property.
You are speaks so loudly I cannot hear what you're saying. And most of us are terrible liars.
The second thing is a slow agent. And I was talking last week with someone that was, this is mind-boggling, but somebody that was waiting for over a week for an agent to get back to them after they presented an offer. And I normally stress if it's over a few hours. I'm like, I've got dinner, but I got to get back to it. This person was waiting for a week. Slow agents. I don't think it's acceptable in 2026. Time is money. And if you're slow, you're missing the money.
Oh, you have to move fast. You cannot kick the can down the road. And my only survival technique is I have to do it now to get it done, right?
Yeah, just get rid of the notification. The red notification, right? The third one is manipulation, dishonesty. What I mean by that, unfortunately, and I'm very saddened by this actually, Aaron, unfortunately this year or last year, real estate agents are now at the bottom of the most trusted professions in New Zealand.
But the REA is sorting out a lot of the riffraff.
They are, but
they're
it's just
doing a good job.
They're doing a great job, and that's why there is more cases put against agents, but it's just not good enough, and it should be zero, and it just should not be tolerated in any way, shape, or form.
As an example, multi-offers. Oh, we want to put an offer in. 30 minutes later, you're in a multi-offer. Oh, are we? There's still some manipulation, and if that ever happens, ask to see the multi-offer form.
Yeah, fire your agent, because if they're doing that, God else, what else are they going to do in the background?
But listen to your instinct, right? If you think you're hearing BS, you are. If you think there's manipulation, sometimes it can be, but it is going from the market because fewer and fewer people are doing more and more of the business, right?
Correct. The fourth thing is lack of communication. And we kind of talked about before ghosting and whatnot, but what I mean by lack of communication, not giving the right information to whether you're a buyer or a vendor, not having the right information and having to look for them from somewhere else. If you go in on ChatGPT and ask, how does a multi-offer work? It just means your agent has done a pretty shit job, excuse my French, to explain something pretty basic, right? So I see it very often, people pretty disappointed when I help someone second time around. They just got no clue. And I'm like, you've just been on the market for 90 days. You don't know what this is. There is a lack of.
Well, and it comes down to framing, right? If everyone has a way that they want to be communicated with, like my frustration is text. I love someone ringing me up, chat, sort it out, right? Some people text. I've just had a text from a good client going, I sent you a WeChat yesterday. I'm like, the question is, how do you like to be communicated and communicate in that way? Because mate, Messenger, WhatsApp, text, personal email, work email, like there's a lot of places.
Have you still got your pager?
No. Retired that.
The fifth thing is the lack of preparation. What we mean by that, there is nothing worse when a buyer arrives at a property and the buyer wants to buy the property and the agent will say to the buyer, I can't sell it to you. We're still waiting on the auction agreement.
We don't have an SMP, we don't have a LIM, and they don't know about the property, title, boom. People just don't tolerate it now. And if you're rushing your property to the market, don't do it. It's gonna cost you money, because peace of mind is always reflected in the offer and the price you get. Lack of information, I have less confidence, I don't sleep easy, and I'm always going to reflect that in my offer.
Yeah.
Information, get it in there, because they won't compromise anymore.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.